All right, fam, as they call it now, as it were. Today I'm just setting up here. I'm going to do something a little unprecedented for me, right? In terms of this channel. And just getting everything set up here. And the main thing I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to really introduce you guys to my story, Nine World Chronicles. I've been wanting to do this for a little while. So today seems like a good day. You know, I'm pretty deep. Come on, man. You know, TikTok has always caused me a problem. Like, launch, please. So I've been working on the story for a while. I told you guys I've been working on the dossier. You know, I've been kind of working on a little bit of animation for this thing as well. And I think it's time. I think it's time I kind of just test it out, right? And obviously I got some, you know, a little bit of anxiety about it because, you know, like Erykah Badu once famously said, let's not forget, I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit. So, you know, I'm not going to be too bad. I'm not going to be too harsh. I kind of recognize that, yeah, something's going to go wrong. So I'm not putting too much pressure on myself other than that. But let me get it to the beginning part, man. I don't want you guys seeing all the cool images. So we're going to stay right here. Okay. I'm just trying to get, you know, this notable, like, you know, TikTok stuff coming in here, right? Okay, so let's get this thing also live so we can start with them. Although, you know, YouTube, before I get them live, you guys are my main. You guys are my main ones since day one, right? And I'm not ever going to forget, you know, YouTube is better, right? But I got to try to get that. Man, why does this always do this, man? I got to try to get some of this internet money, as they like to say. And I want to do this, man. I want to have my channel bust off, right? I want my channel to grow. I want to do all this stuff. So I'm sorry, I'm just getting the last bit of like information over there for that part of the stream. And you know, if you've had a chance to check out the wiki, man, I definitely appreciate it. If you hadn't checked it out yet, maybe this will be enough incentive for you to check it out, especially if you're like some big time studio exec. You know, I mean anybody. I mean Tubi, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, look, let's go for it. Let's do something here, Tubi. So, man, come on. Like, you really just, you know, kind of grinds my gear, man. You're just trying to set some stuff up. Okay, it's got too many characters. Yeah, okay, thanks. So this is what I'm talking about with freaking TikTok. Okay, so I'm live, slippity slide. Okay, so I got my Cavassier Cognac, right? So I'm about to really get into this. Now, I'm going to give you guys just a setting, but this is my OG. This is my main. This is the first scene in my book, right? This is it right here. So this is where we start off. Give you a little background on it as I get this completely queued up. Now we're talking modern times. This is today, okay? This place you're seeing is North France, outside of Paris, and it is the Basilica of Saint Verenion, also known as the Ash Cathedral. Obviously, this is night. So now we're into our story here, and scene one. Now, rain is falling on the narrow sheets all over the city. It's cold, it's unrelenting. It's the kind of rain that soaks stone, rather than just washing it clean. And this cathedral rises from the street like a relic that refuses to die. Its towers are narrow and sharp, ribs of blackened stone cutting into the low clouds, centuries of soot and prayer clinging to its walls. Gargoyles crouch along the edges. Their faces have been worn smooth by time. Their mouths are still open as if they're in mid-expression. But the bells are silent. And high above the street, though, we see something moving. And this is Grimory Ashbourne. She descends upon the roof without urgency, her wings folding as she lands atop the roof. There is no light, no flare, no thunderclap to announce her arrival. She lands on the cathedral's upper spine with a controlled weight on her talons, touching stone as if it were more memory than just balance. And the building itself does not resist her. The rain beads along her black armor, tracing the old sigils etched into its surface. And these markings, we'll see, are not decorative. They are functional. This is about binding spells. This is about identification and status. Now her wings settle against her back, vast and dark. Feathers layered like blades, with ruins pulsing faintly beneath the rain. Breathing in, very slow, very deliberate. And she is unmistakable. Now this name, Grimory Ashbourne, She has borne this name and many others, but this name itself has survived longer than even some empires. And she looks down over the city. She sees the flickering lights, the cars passing by, people hurrying through the rain with their collars raised, unaware of how thin the ceiling above them really is. But Grimory has no interest here. Her attention is on the structure beneath her feet. The cathedral itself has been rebuilt twice, desecrated more than that, and quietly repurposed in ways that were never even recorded. Its stones remember blood, they remember fire, and most of all, they remember obedience. Now, Grimory steps forward towards the axis of the building, and the door engages without any protest. Inside, the air is cool and smells faintly of incense, old wax, and damp stone. Her footsteps echo softly as she enters, her wings brushing against the arches that were never meant to accommodate her shape. Candles burn along the nave, their flames steady despite the storm outside, and someone is there waiting for her. Father Maxey stands up near the altar, his hands folded, his spine straight, his face carefully neutral. He wears his collar as if it were armor, and his faith as if it were a negotiation. His eyes flick towards the shadows as Grimory enters the open space, and for a moment his mask slips, and fear registers. But still he is disciplined, and he reasserts himself. Grimory Ashbourne, he says, voice low and respectful. Not reverent, but he's learned better in these 2 days. She stops paces ahead of him, her wings fully unfurled, her red eyes staring into him unblinking. Father, she replies. Her voice is calm, she is controlled, she is ancient without restraint. It doesn't echo, and it doesn't need to. Father Maxey exhales slowly. I wasn't expecting you until the morning. I was sent when I was sent, she responds. Is this a Ripperman? He asks. No, and relief flickers only to shortly vanish. Grimory's gaze briefly looks across the altar, the gold, the iconography. She's seen this shape rise and fall, names rewritten and symbols rebranded, and the structure persists despite the function that always remains useful. Another presence approaches from the side passage. Karsten Handler steps into the light without ceremony. He wears a tailored suit, reins still clinging to his shoulders, his hair slicked back with deliberate precision. He does not bow, he does not avert his eyes. Grimory turns her head slightly, acknowledging his presence. So, they finally sent you? He asks. They always send me, Grimory replies. She steps forward, each footstep measured, the candles nearest her flame, pushing away from her as if affected by her presence. You requested an intervention, she says to Maxey. State the breach. A target has been identified. Karsten interjects. Exceptionally gifted, statistically improbable intelligence. Grimory's expression does not change, but something behind her eyes sharpens. I upload the information onto your communicator, Karsten says. Grimory activates the device and pulls up a holographic image of the prey. It's a child, maybe 11 years old. Her eyes are bright and curious, and her smile is genuine. Grimory's expression doesn't change, allowing her disapproving eyes to speak for her. A child, she asks? A problem, Karsten replies. She turns towards the nave, wings beginning to unfurl once more. Grimory, Maxey says, if something goes wrong, it will not, she responds. And the bells remain silent as she heads from the church. Somewhere far beneath this rain-soaked city, a child sleeps, unaware that heaven and hell have already agreed on her fate. The cathedral door booms behind her, the echo rolling through the nave like a verdict. She steps into the night rain, incense smoke still clinging to her lungs. She furls herself into the air, and she is on her way. Her pale skin contrasting against the black demonic armor. White dreadlocks brush her horns like a ghostly crown, and below, the sea stretches wide and unaware. Another summons, another child would die. She is slow and deliberate, her blades catching the rain hissing against them. The runes along her gauntlet glow faintly, responding to the command that she does not even question. She is in the air, her wings snap wide, and she surges upward towards the fog. The cathedral shrinks beneath her, swallowed by the glow of the city. The towers of glass cut through the mist. Their lightning flickers against rain-soaked clouds. Street lamps smear with golden flames. She soars in silence, a phantom carved into the night. The girl's name leaves Grimory's lips in a whisper, but the spell answers. A thin thread of pale light stretches forward, tugging her forward in the direction of her prey. She banks across the skylight, wings slicing through the clouds. The city unfolds beneath her like a map of fire and shadow. Sirens call out somewhere far below, distant and meaningless. Once the Grimory walked among the kings. They taught empires to build, to dream, to shape the stars into patterns that mortals still worship to this day. But now they serve as weapons for masters too good to dirty their own hands. The tether pulls her away from the crowded districts and towards quieter streets. Concrete gives way to manicured lawns and careful symmetry. Porches sit empty. Windows glow faintly with the warmth of ordinary life. This is the kind of place where nothing dangerous is supposed to happen. Grimory descends with a hunter's patience. Her wings fold as her boots touch grass without a sound. The house feels warm to her, lived in. Family photos sit at the window. A child's bike leans on the porch. Inside, a man sleeps. The glow of the game flickers across his face. His breathing is slow and heavy, the rhythm of someone too exhausted to sense the danger that's moving through his home. And how could she? She passes like a shadow. She doesn't have to hide. Darkness itself bends to her will. This is part of what she hates most. Moving close to human lives that would never know how close they came to a death dealer like her. Upstairs, she hears the water running behind a cracked bathroom door. Inside, Abigail sits at her desk, beneath a dim lamp. Books and notebooks cover every surface, filled with equations and diagrams far beyond her years. Her lips move softly as she reads, her mind already lost inside the patterns that only she can see. And to this girl, the universe is a puzzle, and she's getting deeper and closer to solving it. The door creaks open, and darkness pours into the room as Grimory steps through the threshold. Her wings unfurl, stretching wide until they fill the doorway. White dreadlocks spill over the black-edged armor into the glowing ruins. Her horns catch the lamplight. Her eyes burn like ember as they lock onto the girl. She stands fully revealed. A fallen angel, a weapon forged from divine ruin, a relic of a war humanity never even remembers. She stands face to face with an 11-year-old girl who has no idea that the universe has decided to take notice of her today. And in that instant, the world seems to hold its breath. Okay, so that's literally the first scene in the first test run of me doing Nine World Chronicles in storytelling fashion. So, I got through it. It wasn't totally bad. Maybe one of you guys works for a studio and is looking for a story now. Maybe you guys just enjoy the story. Whatever, I'm sure I got something good out of it. So I'm feeling really good. Wasn't a total disaster. I managed to get through it. I see a couple of holes I need because I'm going to turn this into a motion comic as well. So it's really helpful. So I'm going to see how long it takes for me to get the next one up. But I've already got this planned out. And this is it, guys. This is the beginning of Storytime Nine World Chronicles flow. I hope you guys will all be back, and I look forward to seeing you on the next run.